How do you know this?
That's what I do. I drink and I know things.
Truth is,
I am Iron Man.
Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads.
When people ask you what happened here, tell them the North remembers.
and here we go.
Welcome to Not Another Movie Pod, episode 17. I'm Zach Williamson with Ross Cutsforth and Luke Goosens. Today, we just got a lot of news, and we're going to finally do some Stranger Things. So we're going to just do episode 1. I think what we're going to just do is we'll do one episode, probably every episode, right?
Yeah. I'm down for it.
Maybe 2 or 3, just depending on like how much we got to talk about. Also, I think that'll be a factor too. Okay, so first news, probably the biggest MCU news to come out of like the whole Phase 4 thing in a while, I'd say, is that Thor 4 is official. It's in the works. Taika Waititi is returning to direct. He directed Thor 3.
Hype.
So I think that's some good news. I thought Thor 3, that's
Thor
the best
Ragnarok.
one of the 3 Thor movies.
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. Easily, in my opinion. Like Thor 2 and 1 were that was previously by far the weakest trilogy in the whole MCU. And now Thor Ragnarok really redeemed it because it's like probably top 5 in the MCU, maybe. Could be.
In your opinion? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I might have to put it up there too, honestly. I really liked Thor Ragnarok. And just with the Hulk, it was fun.
Yeah, it was really fun.
It's completely different than the first 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so other news on this report is from THR. They said, obviously, Hemsworth is expected to return. Not official yet, but I mean, like, dude, you're not going to do Thor 4 without him.
No.
And so I was trying to think, though, what would they do? Because he's off with the Guardians right now. James Gunn has already said it's not going to be called as Guardians of the Galaxy. So I'm thinking, he just goes in with them, they go to deep space, and then he kind of dishes them early in the movie?
Probably, yeah.
Possible.
So he's still a thick one?
He might be.
They call him Bro Thor now, but he's Thick Thor.
You call him Bro Thor? Who's they?
Officially dubbed him Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel Studios. It's thick with 2 C's, Thor. Like everyone knows that.
Does he get fat like that in the comics?
I think that's a new MCU thing.
There's like old Thor, but he doesn't get like thick like that. He just gets a badass beard and he's like strong as shit. It's like old King Thor. Do you think he's gonna go like back to Valkyrie because she's the leader of the Asgardians now? So she's got to play into Thor 4 somehow.
You'd think, but we have no clue. Honestly, I mean, she's on Earth. I have no idea what they're gonna do with Thor 4. No clue.
I'm really hoping they bring.
Hopefully, they get Hulk in it somehow.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they bring Beta Ray Bill into it somehow. I'm not sure if they will, but
that'd be sweet too.
Yeah, I just want to see him in there. I've been wanting him in every Thor movie.
Who the fuck is that?
Ross, explain him.
Okay, well, he's created as like a nemesis of Thor, and then Thor ends up becoming friends with him, and he's got like this weird face. He looks like he has a horse face, basically. He actually wields Stormbreaker at one point. Like the axe that Thor gets in Infinity War. Well, he has it in Endgame too. But yeah, he's one of Thor's like greatest allies, and he's a huge part of Thor comics. I just think he's pretty cool.
Who creates him?
Shit, I gotta look it up, but I think it's Iron Man, honestly. Tony Stark.
No way.
Or it might be Odin. He came in and he was like from this race called the Corbinites. All of his people were destroyed, and then when he came, he was the only person that was outside of like the Norse pantheon that could lift up Thor's hammer, that was worthy to lift it. And then he augmented his body with like the parts of beasts. So he wasn't like created necessarily, but he was augmented to, I don't know, just be a lot stronger. And then he became friends with Thor after fighting him initially. And then their confusion was, I don't know, it's a really weird story, to be honest.
They just become hella homies.
Yeah.
Chilling.
Yeah. I honestly didn't know his origin that well. I just mainly saw him in the comics a lot after his origin, like with Thor. And there was this one badass fight in Planet Hulk, which is this animated movie that Thor and Beta Ray Bill are in initially. And then also the Hulk is in it too. And the Hulk fights Beta Ray Bill. It's cool.
Beta Ray Bill.
What are you laughing at?
Just his name, dude. Beta Ray Bill.
He looks like a fool. He has like a horse face. Like actually his face is that of a horse.
Oh, what the Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
So moving on. Also, actually, what came out of this too was the Akira movie that was getting a live action remake. That got shut down as of tonight because Taika Waititi was supposed to direct it and he put it off for this movie and Warner Bros. Didn't expect it at all. And apparently there was like turmoil already with that. That's also being produced by Leonardo DiCaprio. And just with that, Taika wanted to cast unknowns and then the studio wanted to do known names for it. And there was like already just stuff going on behind the scenes. But anyway, so that's been pushed off. Who knows when that's going to come out, if it will come out. I don't think anyone would really be mad if that doesn't come out.
But that is a stacked like group of creators behind it, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I just know that live action anime movie adaptations have failed a lot in the past, but
True.
it would be cool if it could work.
Yeah, there's not many good ones of those.
Nah.
Okay, so then that's pretty much it with the Thor part. But anyway, I was thinking this might get announced at Comic-Con. You think this week? So that's this Saturday. It's at 5:15. I was thinking now that Marvel might have a pretty stacked announcement with Thor. There might not be anything on Shang-Chi yet because I was reading that they are still trying to find strictly Chinese actors for this, which is cool. Get into the origin. So there might be, I think they'll probably get like the official Eternals announcement. I'm not sure what else we'll get though. What do you think, Ross and Luke?
Yeah. Do you think they'll do that? The same thing they did for the Phase 3 like Comic-Con where they just were pretending to release like they did like Captain America Secret Society and then it ended up being Civil War and then they announced all this shit. Like they announced both Infinity Wars. They announced all of Phase 3. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll do that. I think that they would want to do what is really going to come because you want to start building hype for this post Infinity War. You know what I mean? Like, because this is a different phase for them at the moment. There hasn't been something that they're building towards.
Yeah. You don't think that would build hype though? Just releasing everything?
Oh, I was saying I think that's what they would do. Just everything that they're gonna do. I thought you were saying that they do a fake out. I don't think they do a fake out.
Oh, no. I was saying like, because in the Phase 3 one that they did, they were doing a fake out as in like they were saying they just were going to release Captain America's Secret Society, which wasn't what it actually even was. And then they released all of it at once. Were you saying they won't even do that because they want to build hype for...
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. I think even when they first announced that Phase 3, that was before Spider-Man 2. So it changed after that. I think this will be more set though.
Yeah.
Just like, because we know a lot what's coming.
Yeah, it changed a bunch actually.
Like we know that there's going to be a Black Panther 2, Doctor Strange 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Eternals, Shang-Chi, Black Widow, and now Thor 4. Forget anything? Maybe Captain Marvel 2, that might get officially announced as well. And then everything else is kind of rumory.
Guardians 3s.
No. That's for sure. I put that on the list. That's for sure happening. James Gunn.
Oh, you put that? Okay, I didn't.
That's not happening until after he's done with this Suicide Squad movie reboot, whatever that shit is.
Gotcha.
Okay, so moving on. That's it with Marvel. Next, so the Emmy announcements happened. This first thing just about Game of Thrones is crazy. I mean, I could not believe it got nominated for 32 Emmys. It's the most ever for a show in a single Emmy. And it included Outstanding Series. And then the one that I think is kind of controversial is D&D got nominated twice, once for writing and directing, both in the series finale.
Oh, man.
Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that just because I didn't think I thought that was probably like the weakest aspect of that episode, in my opinion.
Was the writing?
Yeah. And I did see that thing where they're just like basically asking people to be sorry, or they weren't doing that, but they were like saying how hard the backlash is on them and stuff. But it's like,
it was Nick. Yeah,
we're going to give criticism where criticism is due. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like if you didn't do something justice, like it's going to get brought to attention. And I just don't think that the writing and all that was there for those episodes that they did. What do you think, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just rushed, man. They did it to themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I'm
not a fan of it.
I thought for sure, like you would nominate for writing at least like A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So I was trying to think about this because A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, that episode didn't get nominated for anything. It didn't even get nominated for David Nutter for directing it. He got nominated for The Last of the Starks, which is like, that was the worst one of the three that he directed. It almost make me think that they were trying to spite Brian Cogman because he dipped out and went to Amazon Studios. Because he wrote that episode. I don't know if that's even a thing, but trying to get the recognition for the HBO people.
Maybe. I don't know. I feel like they would still respect his contribution to what the season was.
Yeah, but wouldn't you say that was the strongest writing of the season? Would have been episode 2?
Mm-hmm.
No, episode 2. Yeah.
Like that's the one I would have nominated.
Episode 1, I was like a little slow, but it was still pretty good. And then episode 2, I thought was honestly the peak of the season. And then when episode 3 came, I was like, shit, maybe they can come back from here, but like it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty iffy in my opinion. And then it just got worse and worse.
I still liked episode 3, but then it kind of
no, I was saying it's
downward
iffy.
spiral.
There's like good parts and bad parts, just like the whole rest of the season. There's some good parts
From
still
4
in there.
on, that's when it.
There's a lot of bad though too.
4 on, bad.
For you.
Yeah.
First 3 good, 4 on, bad.
And Miguel Sapochnik, he got nominated for directing for The Bells, not for The Long Night. Thought that was interesting too.
Not
That's
for
the
the
one they
long
put him
night?
up for. Yeah, not for The Long Night of the 2 that he directed. And then some other nominations. Emilia Clarke, she was nominated for the 4th time, her 4th Emmy nom. But this one was for Best Actress. I think that is pretty well deserved.
Hey, how do they nominate them?
Yeah, she was good.
Who nominates them?
HBO submits all this.
Well, they have to be submitted.
And then who accepts the nomination? Like
The Emmy process, they decide, they factor in everyone, make a list.
Who's the Emmy process?
Council.
Bro, I don't know who's on that fucking committee. It's probably actors and writers and just industry people.
Oh man, it's the High Council of Wizards.
Idiots.
You know.
Yeah, and then Kit Harington, he was nominated too. This is his first time nominee. I kind of felt like with a lot of these, it was kind of the whole, just the legacy of the show got them a lot more nominations because 32 is just fucking insane for one, and then for this season.
Especially Kit Harington's like, dude, you literally said, I don't want it the whole time. Like, it's not like you had any fucking crazy shit going on.
Hey, his last
The speech was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
Damn, fuck. 8 lines. Let's give him an Emmy for it. Fuck that.
A nomination? That's what I was saying, that was his first nomination.
Yeah.
His first one. So I was thinking
ever?
because, ever. And it's like, he probably could have been nominated for one of the past seasons.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure, dude.
Yeah, so that's what I was saying, like with the whole legacy aspect. It's just because the show was so good for so long that it's still gonna get all these nominations. And then at the beginning of the show, when the first show aired, it never won anything because that was when Breaking Bad was still on air and it just swept at the Emmys all the time.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how
it was.
It is true though that
it's a long time ago.
It is true though that like Kit Harington, he didn't get to show his range very much. You know, he was like one emotion the whole time that was conflicted.
Yeah,
like,
this
he was
season.
just conflicted the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this season.
Yeah, and then some other nominees. So there was 4 actresses nominated in supporting. So like, there's only 6 spots, and 4 of them are Game of Thrones actresses. And the first one was Sophie Turner. That was her first time. Gwendolyn Christie was nominated for the first time. Macy Williams for the first time. And it was Lena Headey's 3rd time, I believe, being nominated. And I would say out of that group, okay, like if she was going to win an Emmy, I would have felt like it would have been a different season than this. For Lena, at least. No?
Yeah, season 5.
I think she was good in this season too.
Or season 6.
But yeah, she had like season 5, dude. Or 6, yeah. Like when they were doing the Walk of Shame.
Yeah. Probably season 6.
And when she had to stay in the dungeons of the Red Keep. Like that, she got to show a lot of range in that. And she was damn good too.
Like you hated
I think
the
that
fuck
her
out of
acting
her.
was superb.
That was like peak Cersei, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she was robbed during that shit.
And
And
the
then
Black
like
Cells.
some of these others, I think Gwendolyn, that's a good one. I think she did a lot with what she had this year. Sophie Turner, not sure on that.
Yeah.
You just fucking hated Sansa, bro.
Bro, I did
You
not
just don't
like
like
Sansa.
Sansa.
The snake in the north, man.
Like literally the whole scene, you're like, bro, fuck Sansa.
Snake in the North.
Bro,
Damn, dude. Was not a fan. I mean, her acting was good, though. I got to give her that. Her acting was good. And then, Ross, you didn't like this one, huh? That Karis Van, forgetting her name. The girl who plays Melisandre. Melisandre.
Karis Van Houten.
Karis Van Houten. She was also nominated for Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series. So that's a one-off. It's kind of like a certain amount of time that they're in the show. It's either an episode or a certain amount of minutes, I believe. That's what that role means.
She didn't
Ross.
do shit.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But like, she was only in it for like 2 minutes and she only had like one line. And her acting was, it's not like she did anything crazy with her acting. Like, she did what she could, but what'd she do? She looked a little worried when she was trying to light the fire. And then she gave them fire swords.
She inspired
And
that was it. And then she walked
And
off
she
the night.
told Arya what's up. They wouldn't have won
she did.
without her. I think that's what I was saying. Another one is,
I just didn't think she did that much.
yeah, she probably could have got something past couple seasons. I think that was her first nomination too.
That's acceptable. What was that category? Guest appearance?
Yeah,
or some shit?
Outstanding Guest Actress in a Drama Series.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
And then some other ones.
All right.
Peter Dinklage was nominated again, of course. He's the only actor to get nominated every year to actually make it through. So 8 years in a row. He's won 3 times. Nikolai Coster-Waldau was nominated again.
Damn.
Alfie Allen was nominated for the first time for Theon. So
First time? Dude.
First time ever.
That guy gets robbed.
Bro, he's been robbed.
He gets robbed. That's bullshit.
Like just
What
his
the
character
hell?
and his art.
Have they submitted him every time?
I don't know if they've submitted him every time, honestly. Not sure.
Probably not.
They submit a lot of people. Like they submitted so many people for supporting guest actors. Like they submitted
Like each year or this year?
This year specifically, they submitted 5 or 6 people for supporting guest actors.
Yeah, that's why. For supporting guest actor?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Like,
do you have the list?
I'm trying to think.
Go ahead,
let me think. Give me a sec. I can bring up the list, yeah.
Admir Tilly.
Dude, Alfie Allen is an amazing actor, though. Bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They nominated a bunch of people for that. So, and then there was some other stuff too. They composer got nominated twice, well deserved, I'd say. A bunch of the behind the scenes stuff. Visual effects for the bells.
Yeah.
I'd say that's all well deserved. Like the behind the scenes stuff, definitely all deserved. So 32. Okay. Moving on. That's it for Game of Thrones. No prequel updates as of now. So another story that I want to say people just really got angry over this week was there was a 007 update, and there's a new report from the Daily Mail, and they've been pretty accurate with what the Daily Mail has been with their 007 scoops. That's why I'm okay with running this. And everyone was reporting on this, and that's Lashana Lynch will probably be the new 007. 007, not the new Bond. That's what people are getting confused about. All the outlets were saying new Bond. That's not the case. It's a 007.
No way. 007 is just a position in the MI6.
Yeah, in this universe. And furthermore, like I feel in the report too, it said like what's going to happen probably is that this character named Nomi, also Lashana Lynch, she was in Captain Marvel. If people don't know. So she's going to go to Jamaica and we see that in that behind the scenes video. It's already been released. You see her there with Bond, and in the report it says she's gonna pull Bond out of retirement, probably to fight more Spectre, some other terrorist organization again. Not sure, but I mean, I'm gonna bet money that by the end of this movie, her character like dies or something, and he gets 007 back. That's my bet. What do you guys think?
Oh,
think so?
Yeah, that's a good one.
There's a 006, 008 position. Like there's a bunch of 00 positions. So maybe Bond becomes a different 00.
No way.
I don't know.
No fucking way.
Zero chance.
No fucking way, dog.
Yeah, no fucking way they do
I'm
that.
just spitballing, dude. I don't know.
That's fucking some baby back bullshit.
I don't think while he was an active 00 that he wouldn't get his own number back.
Yeah. Sorry, James. You've been demoted to 006. An idiot.
I don't think it's... Yeah.
And that was the other thing, too, is people were pissed. It was like, he's always been 007, which is not entirely true, because one time in Ian Fleming's book, You Only Live Twice, which was the last book he published before he died, he was actually quadruple, my bad.
What?
Yeah, he was quadruple seven. Quadruple seven. So like
777.
Yes, right? Yes. When he wasn't, a 00, he was on more of like a diplomatic mission in that one. But then he's reinstated in The Man in the Golden Gun, which is the next book. That was the last one Ian Fleming wrote that came out after he died. So he has not been a 007 at one point. And that was like another thing people were super attached to. Not true. Not in film, though. I think in film, he's always been 007.
You meant The Man with the Golden Gun, right? Not in the Golden Gun.
Man with the Golden Gun. Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
And then lastly, on top of that, people were triggered just, you're going to make Bond a woman and in the next one, then that's what you're setting this up for or something. It's like, that's not the case either. Brenda Broccoli, who's been the producer for the past 24 years and whose father produced all the Bonds before that, she said, Bond will always be a man. And her exact quote was just, he was written as a man. What we should be doing is creating interesting stories for women and not just turning men into women or women into men. And I like that. It's a good quote.
Yeah, I like that too. Oh yeah, Brenda.
Yeah, I think that puts that all to rest on that. Oh, and then lastly, you should add, this kind of got overshadowed, is Christoph Waltz is supposed to return as Blofeld. He was the villain in the last one. He was like Bond's, stepbrother or something like that. I can't really remember that one anymore. So he's going to return.
Yeah, that one was kind of forgettable.
That was out of the 4, that one and probably Quantum of Solace? What was the second one?
Quantum Solace.
Quantum of Solace. Yeah, that one was forgettable.
That is the second. Yeah, Quantum Solace.
I like Christoph Waltz though.
Oh, I love him. He's a great actor. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's great.
I'm down on him coming back. You know what I didn't realize is that Blofeld is what the original Blofeld in the movies is what inspired Dr. Evil in the Austin Powers movies. Did not know that.
Yeah, dude. You didn't know that? With the cat and everything?
Yeah, I didn't know.
Because he even has that cat that Dr. Evil has.
I haven't watched all those old Bond movies in
direct
a minute.
Inspiration.
Those 60s, 70s one.
Dude, they have some real
they all blend
together
shit
in it.
In the old Bonds?
Oh,
yeah,
with,
dude,
like,
in the old bonds, he
the
just
Bond
like
women.
forces himself
So-
on one. It was kind of scary.
Yeah, it's fucked. That's actually
Yeah.
another thing that they've commented on is that just their approach with this one. They're not going to call them Bond girls anymore, apparently. They're Bond women. And he's not really going to like hook up
Bond
with people in this one. Apparently, that's some rumor that's going around too with it.
That's kind of his thing,
Mm.
though. I don't know.
And the bad thing about those older ones too is they always made it seem like the girls wanted, like they made it seem like they wanted it in the end, even though they didn't in the beginning. So like they made it seem all right, even though it wasn't. They were just a whole fucked up portrayal of it.
Okay, so next story, Austin Butler has been cast as Elvis in Baz Luhrmann's biopic. That's kind of the move these days, is all these biopics. And he beat out
Biopic. It's a biopic.
Bro, I thought you were serious for a sec. No way.
No, it's a biopic, bro. You're tripping. No, it's not. No,
It's a biopic.
No fucking way in French,
Yeah.
hell, dude. You're shitting me. Biopic? Are you
No,
serious?
biopic.
Man, shut up. All right. Anyway, so you beat out Enzo Elgort, beat out Miles Teller. Harry Styles also was up for this role. And G-Eazy, but like, what the fuck? That would have been bad. But anyway, and then Tom Hanks will also star as his manager. And yeah, I mean, I think this is interesting. He's kind of an unknown. He was in this movie I watched called The Dead Don't Die this summer, which was fucking probably the most boring zombie movie I've ever seen. I don't know why Adam Driver and Bill Murray were in it. And he's going to be in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood that's coming out later this year. He's like currently on Broadway with Denzel Washington. That's how he's found. He's like holding his own against him. So I think it's interesting casting. What do you guys think? Kind of has the look. Yeah, he's a Disney kid too. He's in like a Disney singing show back in the day too.
Yeah, if he's on Broadway, then that means he can sing.
Dang, I felt the opposite about his look. Ansel Elgort and Miles Teller had way better look.
I can
or
see
Elvis,
Miles.
Yeah,
I could see Miles.
to be honest. Because they kind of had like
Really?
they had the like chin and the brow of Elvis more. I think Austin
He's
Butler
got
looks
the
like
hair.
a kiddo. I mean, I don't know. That was kind of rude. No, he just looks like very young in the face. His face looks narrow, and Elvis has like that kind of like thicker face, like Ansel Elgort.
Yeah, but I think this
Miles
is going
Teller.
to be a younger Elvis movie. This is how he got found, is what the intro is on it. So it's probably like you want someone who can be
Well, if
young
he's
and then
younger,
go through his
like-
life a little bit, is what I'm thinking. I imagine it's going to like really focus on
Yeah.
Tom Hanks' character. Because I mean, I don't think you get Tom Hanks in a movie if he's not like really prominent as his manager. And especially with all this shit that dude, he's like kind of a dick to Elvis, super controlling. Like he allegedly would take like 50% of Elvis' money. He won't even let him tour internationally. He's just kind of a
Why?
fuckhead. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
I don't know the
seriously,
reasoning why he didn't. I don't know if that lasted. I'm sure. I
Damn.
feel like eventually you'd let him go overseas. Not sure though.
He didn't
But
like to
yeah, so, I
travel?
mean, I'm trying to think like too how far you're gonna really cover with Elvis's life too, just because there's a lot of like weird shit about this dude. You know, just how he was like kind of into little girls and just crazy and just into
Yeah.
drugs and stuff too. At the end of his life, he only lived to 42.
Yeah, I hope they don't like over glorify him too much or anything. You know.
Yeah,
But-
for sure. Definitely. He used to like give prescription pills to women after they'd hook up. That was one of his things. He's just a weirdo, man, dude. Like he was like into 14-year-old girls and he like met his wife when she was 14 and just was seeing her when he was what, Ross? What'd you say, 23 years old? That's just fucking weird,
yeah,
man.
20, that is weird.
I don't know. Maybe at the time it was a little more acceptable. I don't know.
And he would just have like little girls come over, like 14-year-olds come over and do pillow fights with him in his room and spend the night and shit, dude. He's a
Hey, come
weirdo,
on,
man.
Sounds like some good sober fun, you asshole. Jesus, gotta take it all fucking sexual.
And he was just, I don't know, dude, just a weird guy. What were you gonna say?
We don't
Maybe
know
it's not
that though.
sexual,
We don't
though.
know.
Because Michael Jackson was always this is all speculation, but Michael Jackson was always like, I never touched those boys. You know, he's like, I just like their company. Like he just like their
I don't know, dude. Michael Jackson was a fucking weirdo too. All those dudes, weirdos. Elvis, Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, weird as fuck.
Yes, I agree on that.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
you got that's weird. If you got fucking any like, you know, inkling about if you have to debate it, it's weird.
Yeah, dude. And like fucking, I don't know, just other shit about Elvis, man. He was just like,
Did he actually go to war though?
I thought he went, yeah, for 2 years
To Korea?
in the 60s. That would have been where he would go?
Oh, the 60s, that's Vietnam.
Yeah, he went. Well,
Was
okay,
it the
he
60s or the 50s?
at least enlisted. It was like 1960 because then he came back and got married. He got married to that little girl after he came back.
No, it was 58. It was 58.
I don't know, but did he actually see combat? Or was he just like a fucking, you know, towel folder in the back?
I fuck, dude. I assume, damn. Look it up.
Dude, the Korean
man.
War was from 1950 to 1953, so he definitely didn't do shit. He didn't
This
see
was in the
anyone.
late 60s, or not late 60s, sorry, late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah,
when
he
was
probably
gone.
was like he's probably just like sitting on the Korean fucking border, just like eating.
Yeah, just eating, dude, for real. He's hell into food.
Yeah, and that's why he got kind of thick and chunky.
He's a thick boy.
Oh, okay. After training, Presley joined the 3rd Armored Division in Friedberg, Germany on October 1st. While on maneuvers, he patrolled. Oh, he was introduced to amphetamines by a sergeant while he was in the army. Dang, okay.
Nice.
Jeez.
Nice, dude. Nice.
War just ruined his life after that. Damn.
That's where he met his 14-year-old future wife, too.
He met her while he was there.
Yeah. While in Friedberg, Presley met 14-year-old Priscilla Bialou. That's a hard name to
Bro,
pronounce.
and he was grooming her too. Weirdo, man. Weird
No,
dude.
but he had multiple wives, didn't he?
That was his first one though.
And how old was she?
They married when she was 23. I don't know how old he would have been.
Oh,
Older.
then that's fine.
But dude, that's 9 years that he knew her. And he was like, they were dating and shit. They were seeing each other when she was under 18.
Oh.
Yeah. Fucking weird.
Wait, how the fuck was he in the army when he's like 38?
I don't feel like that.
Something's not lining up here.
Don't you get drafted? It would be a draft back then, right?
Yeah, he got drafted.
He definitely wasn't seeing combat, Zach. That was
No.
fake fucking news.
I said, don't quote me on that.
Dude, he was dropping hits while he was in the army, too. He had 10 top 40 hits, and he was like doing concerts and shit for the troops. I mean, that's pretty cool, I guess. Doing concerts and shit.
So he was touring well. He was
One redeeming factor about him,
just in the band.
I'm just in the band.
the army band. Damn.
Yeah.
That's all he was doing.
Elvis. All right. Any more Elvis stories?
No, let's move on from this clown guy.
Man died on the toilet. I wonder if they'll get to that.
Dude, that'd be sick.
All right, moving on. That's it, dude. That's the last of the news. Okay, so next we're doing Stranger Things season 3. We're gonna review chapter 1. Suzie, do you copy? So if you haven't watched it, go watch it right now. Come back and listen to the rest of this podcast. Okay, Ross, you go first. What'd you think about this episode?
I thought it was pretty good. A little slow. The Russians were just really generic and stereotypical. I thought, the scene with them opening
Wait, but Ross, what did you want? What did you want from the Russians? It's 1984.
85. Yeah. Oh, well, no. Yeah, the beginning
No.
of 84. Yeah, and then they jump a year. You're right.
Like, what do you want from the Russians? They have to be fucking stereotypical because they're in, peak Russia.
Yeah, I guess they were just like all their performances and stuff were like little, like just over the top, like I'm a villain, I'm Russian, except for Alexei.
Oh, I liked it.
Yeah. No. I'm not saying I didn't like it because it's almost like a play on 80s movies where like every Russian is the bad guy automatically, and it's kind of
Yeah.
goes with that feel of it being in the 80s. I wasn't saying it was completely a negative. It's a double-edged sword, I feel like.
Oh, I thought
the
you were
villain.
talking shit. Okay, sorry. I attacked you real quick.
Yeah. And I thought the visual with them opening the portal to the upside down in the very beginning was like awesome. With I don't even know, it was like a plasma beam or it was some kind of electricity discharge. And then when it was like spreading out to all the people in the hazmat suits, that was sick. I thought all the kids, oh my God, they've all gotten so much older. It's so noticeable and it's awesome. They're all growing up. It's cool. And freaking what's his name always wants to play D&D. Not Will, but Will, not Mike.
It
I was
is
thinking
Will.
Yeah. He's always trying to play D&D. I thought that was funny. And should we talk about spoilers for the rest of, or just keep it to just this episode?
No.
Okay.
No, just this episode.
I'll stick to it then.
I don't even think Luke's watched the whole season yet.
No,
Hopper was
I haven't.
pretty good this episode. I liked all the characters. Characters were really good. Dude, the freaking all those guys in the Post, the newspaper agency,
They're fucking dicks.
the Hawkins Post.
Yeah, dude. Fuck those
major
guys.
dicks. I thought that
Oh my
was
God, that fucking blonde dude! I want to stab him in the throat.
serious.
All
dude, I don't
morons,
wanna-
man.
Yeah,
No, so dumb.
there was one part in that I thought was a little over the top when she was like, "Oh, you should talk about the Starcourt Mall and how it's taking away from small businesses." And then he was like, "Oh, that is a good story. Small town businesses dying in America." And he's like, "Oh, but you know what's a spicier story is how I don't have any mustard on my hamburger." And then the guy next to him is like just dying laughing. He's just like, oh my God. Just like, it's the funniest thing he's ever heard. I thought it was
Yeah, I
kind of
thought that
funny.
was so
Bro.
bad.
Such cornballs, all of them.
It was a pretty good episode. A little slow, a little bit like it was set up.
Like, imagine actually laughing at that.
I would just look at that dude and be like, that was the dumbest fucking joke I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say that out loud, but I wouldn't there would be no reaction at all.
For real, I'd be like, John, shut the fuck up.
Oh, fuck, that was good. And then Billy, the ending, the presents building up in the metal factory. It was really cool. What is that? You know how like the metal is coming together and it's like swirling together? Why?
The mind flare?
How is it even doing that? It's weird. Yeah, the mind flare,
No,
but
I was going to ask you guys what that fucking was.
The
Like
metal.
coagulating, you know, in the old steel factory. It's like at the very, very beginning of the episode, dude.
yeah, it's like a whirlwind of steel.
Damn, I didn't think about that. I just took it as it was the mind flare kind of forming up. He's coming back.
I thought it was good though. That's pretty much all I have to say about it. Go ahead, Luke. Or
Yeah, I
Zach.
liked it too. Yeah, I liked all the, I don't know, just all the first scenes and all. And like, I really loved when fucking Steve and Dustin see each other for the first time again.
That's episode 2, isn't it?
Is that episode 2?
Yeah, that's episode 2.
Oh yeah, it is.
Fuck me up. Fuck. That's episode 2?
Yeah,
That's right.
That's episode 2.
Jesus.
Because he's
I
up at
was
the
watching
end of.
episode
He's
1.
like up at the.
At the camp. God damn it.
The scoop shop.
He's trying to call his girl up.
Another thing about Steve that I thought was funny was on his, I don't know if, was he joking when he said, this is my first day at Scoops? Or what is that ice cream shop called?
Yeah, he was
Scoop.
trying to.
Yeah, talking to the chick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he's
he
just trying
struck
to
out
pick her
with
up.
7 different ladies on his first day. And it was only like midday and he'd already hit on 7 ladies and struck out. Like, that is pathetic. That dude is,
No, I don't think it was his first day.
It wasn't his
No.
first day.
but still, in one day though, he needs to step up his game.
Yeah, that's a lot of L's. That's L's
Yeah.
on L's.
7. That's crazy.
Man
He's
has
just going
lost
for
his
it, though.
game.
Yeah, he lost.
He's
his
shooting
shit
though.
for sure.
He's shooting. Yeah, he
He's
did
there.
lost
He's
his
there.
Yeah,
game.
dude. Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That's for damn sure.
Gonna get a hit eventually.
Yeah. All right, go ahead, Luke. I had to say that.
I thought it was good. Like, damn, dude, episode 2's really good.
You just want to talk about episode 2.
Yeah, kind of, bro.
Yeah.
1 and 2 kind of tie into each other really well, and then
Yeah,
they
they
set
do.
up for 3. You know, I don't know. Like just seeing the dynamic between Finn and 11 now is kind of funny. It's just weird, and then seeing how pissed Hopper is over it.
Yeah.
I thought that was super comical. How like he was just freaking out over their relationship.
He was
He's
just
like,
like,
dude, they're like, how old are they supposed to be? 13?
They're gonna be.
Yeah, like 13,
I
14.
think they're gonna be freshmen because this is the summer after last year.
Yeah, so 13, right?
13 turning 14 this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
going into
It's
freshman
like,
year.
dude, chill. And he's just getting so worked up over it. Like, I thought that was hilarious.
Wait, hold up. How
Oh.
old would we have been going into our freshman year? 14?
Yeah, 13, dog.
Bro, no way.
13
right?
turning
Wouldn't you be
14.
13,
13 becoming 14, 14, 15, 15 to 16, 17. Oh,
Yeah.
16 to
yeah.
So they're 14.
Oh.
All
Was
right,
that it,
anything
Luke?
else, fool?
Fuck you, dude. No, I didn't have anything else. What'd you think, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it started out strong with the opening with the effects. It definitely was like, okay, they're going to put some more budget into the season just with them blowing up all the fucking Russians and just them
Yeah.
setting up all the villains. I like that. I was trying to like, that was like my first question was just, okay, how the hell are they going to bring back the mind flare? 'Cause she closed the door and like, we were all making fun of that in the trailer. It's like, that's fucking stupid. But I guess, I don't know. This is what I was trying to think is like, the Russians must be just trying to top the Americans because that's kind of how it was back then. And they got intel that the Americans opened up some door or these doors are starting to open up everywhere all over the world or something because there's one in Russia. Maybe that's it too. And then they're like, we
Either
need to beat
that-
the Americans to this. Because I was trying to think, go for it.
Yeah. Either that or they're trying to use the doors as like portals to transport armies, maybe.
Yeah,
like
to
try
get
to
through quick.
open the one in Russia and then open one in Hawkins.
I figured they were just trying to beat the Americans because they killed the dude that didn't do it right. And then the next dude, he's like, you have a year. you know?
Yeah.
Like he's giving him a time limit, so he wants this fucking done, you know?
Yeah, it seems like that era too. This is like right before Chernobyl too, so they're all super secretive out there with all that. So that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, okay, there must be some reason why they're trying to do this. And okay, and then yes, I like that. I like Daddy Hopper, reacting to Eleven being a teen, and then like she's just using her powers for just
Dumb
kid shit, like close the door quick. Yeah, and I was totally cool with him freaking out on fucking Mike too, because he was being a little shit and like talking back to an adult. I was like, dude, what the fuck? Hell no, dude. I would never put up with. I was surprised he didn't flip out on that fool.
When they just started whispering.
He was like going in there trying to, he's like going in there trying to be like nice and talk to him on the better level. And he's like, nah, fuck that. Fuck this kid. So I like that.
He did seem kind of psycho in the car. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Just wait. So anyway, and then I like seeing the group back together. That first scene where he just sprays Lucas, that was funny.
Straight in the face.
And Lucas had some joke about Mormons with his girlfriend, them joking about her not being real. Like, that was all good.
Is this episode 2?
No, it's episode 1.
You just said Dustin was gone for episode 1.
He wasn't. What are you talking about?
No.
You were saying Dustin met up with... Yeah, he didn't meet up with Steve yet.
Remember they went to the top of the hill?
It ends with him figuring out the whole Russian code. Yeah, that's how the episode ends.
1 and 2 is blended into one for me.
Well, it actually ends with Billy crashing.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Ends with Billy just getting fucking swooped. So, and then, dude, Will Byers' worst superpower ever, man. Mind Flare, Sixth Sense. That's just terrible. And then...
Is that a superpower?
I mean, shit, bro. I don't know.
It's like a curse.
Not a good one.
Yeah, that is more like a curse.
Yeah, the one thing, the episode for me, I think was just, I thought that sexual tension between like Mike's mom and fucking Billy was a little over the top. And also shout out Doc Ray Montgomery. Just that dude plays a dick really well. He's Billy. Just making fun of that fat kid at the pool. I was like, damn, dude, that was so
He's like, Lord
funny. So savage, man. Damn.
Dude, he's not even that cut. I'm surprised all those women were like, damn. I'm like,
I mean, he's pretty good looking.
Yeah, he's a good looking dude. But yeah, I mean, I get that too. So anyway, Maya Hawke, I like her as addition as Robin. I remember thinking at the beginning when I was first watching this is the second time through, I was like, okay, I think this is going to be a fun dynamic. Robin and Steve. I think Steve's the best character. I'm going to say that. I think still Steve.
In the whole show.
Just his development too. Yeah. He's my favorite character, I think.
Yeah, he went from
that's reasonable.
Dick to sick.
Dick to sick, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was pretty much all I had. I caught some references like Jonathan, when he falls over tripping in his pants, that's like back to Michael J. Fox and Back in the Future. I did notice, never mind. I can't say this one because that's a spoiler. One thing I did know, a few things I thought were like, okay, this isn't, I don't know if this was actually in that year. So I looked it up. Dry erase boards weren't really a thing. So she's like marking off Steve and shit. Dry erase boards didn't really like become a thing until mid 90s, early 2000s. And they blew up. It's a little early for that. Also, George A. Romero's movie Day of the Dead didn't come out. Day of the Dead. It came out like a month later. Day of the Dead, yeah. So there's no way they could have watched that. I was trying to think, what was the reference? Why they used that scene? If you had
maybe I was thinking that they just used that just because it was an inspiration for the Duffer Bros as like their style of horror. That was the only thing that I was thinking of. Just because like they respect that movie would be my guess.
Yeah. I was trying to think if there's any connection with Will, because then that's right when Will realizes that the mind flare is back. If there's some connection with the hands and I don't know, just the scene. Yeah, so that was really it. Billy getting grabbed and like holding on. That was a callback to Barb in the pool. That was the last thing. But yeah, I mean, this episode really just was like setting it up for the rest of the season going forward. I thought it was a good intro just to get everyone back into the characters. Seems like everyone's kind of moved on from the mind flare, starting to, I don't know, just be happy. Like it looks like 11. She's really more acting like a normal like girl. Kid. You know what I mean? She's very sheltered in season 2. So I thought that the development's cool. Sets it up. There's not like a ton to go into. I like that they got it going too with Billy just getting snagged right at the end. That was a good hook to get it going. That kind of reminds me of when Will at the end of that episode disappears in season 1.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Honestly. Damn. There's not a ton on that one. The other episode, I feel like every other episode has way more to talk about.
Yeah, that was way more of a setup episode for the rest of the season.
I thought it was good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good episode. Solid.
Yeah.
Hey, why is everyone using this fucking old man Snapchat
I don't know.
filter?
I was wondering that same shit.
Bro, that shit
Calm down.
blew up today. I don't know. Like every NBA player has jumped
Dude,
on
I
it.
know.
It's all over my Snapchat filter.
Dude, it's everywhere. Chill.
Like shit.
Probably just
It's
because it
one of those
Jesus,
things that'll be
looks
gone.
decent. Looks better than
The one I thought was
Snapchat
funny.
ones.
Did you guys see the one where they did to Captain America? It looked just like Old Man Cap at
Oh,
Endgame.
what? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Did it?
It's like,
Hilarious.
they did pretty good with those.
That's actually funny.
Hey, Luke,
But yeah,
right
that was
after
the only
we
thing I
finish
saw.
recording
All
this, I'm going to do that filter and post it on Instagram just for you.
You should send it to me.
No, I'm not doing
Don't-
that shit.
Send it to me too, just so I can see it.
No.
Maybe I will.
All right.
Damn, Zach. You'd put that filter on and it'd be the same fucking face.
Old boys.
You fuck.
I'm fucking 25. Shut up, fool. Acting like I'm old over here.
Yeah.
Dude,
We
you
still
are,
young.
dog.
Get out of here.
It doesn't even matter. Who cares?
All right, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah, no more interjections. Wrap it up.
Sorry.
All right, so that's it. I think. Shoot, do you guys want to do 2 and 3 then on next one? I could rewatch both. Well, that's not gonna be.
We should have done one and
Yeah,
two
we
together.
probably should have, but I didn't rewatch it. Luke or Ross, did you rewatch it?
Number 1 or 2? I got like
2
halfway
today.
through 2. And then you guys said we
I
weren't
don't know,
going
I
to do
just-
2, so I stopped watching.
Yeah, I just didn't have time to do both. So
Honestly, dude, it was so good. I was like in bed last night. I was pissed I couldn't watch the third one.
Yeah.
I just want to chain
It's
watch.
fine.
all right, well then let's do 2 and 3 next episode then. Speed it up.
We should do that. Does 2 flow into 3 pretty good?
They all flow pretty
I think
well,
they all flow pretty good. You know what I mean?
After, like, episode 4 is
they
when
made
it
that
picks
show
up.
to binge it. Yeah, like they make
Yeah.
these Netflix shows to say like, oh, you want to keep watching this, not take it one at a time. Like I watched all 8 hours like in a row when I finally was able to watch it. Spent the whole day watching it.
Pretty much every episode ends on a pretty big cliffhanger. Like, it just makes you want to keep
I feel
watching.
like, yeah, something that'll have implication for sure, like immediately in the next episode. All right, so that's all we got. Probably the next episode we'll do 2 and 3, combine it. I don't know when that's going to be. I think we'll record Sunday. I don't know when this one's going out, but we're going to do Sunday. We're going to do a recap of Comic-Con. I don't know if we'll do Lion King reviews this week. That might be the episode after that, next week sometime. Okay, so that's it. All right, we out of here.
Sounds good.
Peace.
Later.
Play back that tape, that me answer.